guys, so I am back again, this time with a tag video. It is the day and night tag. It was originally created by Katelyn over at the Readigans. I will link her video down below. No one actually tagged me in this video, but I'm going to do it anyway because it seemed like fun. This is another acronym tag, so we have a few letters to go through. I have the questions on my phone, so just ignore that. And let's get started. D. Do you read more in the morning or at night? I'm a bit of a night owl, so I read a lot at night, but it sort of goes into the morning, like really early in the morning. So I guess a little bit of both, but I read the most at night. A. Are there any books that changed the way you thought about things? There are actually two books, and this first one you guys are probably going to think I am the weirdest person ever, but you have to let me explain. And this book is Rotten Ruin by Jonathan Mayberry. If you haven't read this book, or maybe if you have read this book, maybe you don't know what I'm talking about, but Jonathan Mayberry really turns the tables and really makes the humans seem like the monsters rather than the zombies, which was such an interesting take. And I'll be completely honest, I cried so many times while reading this book. It was awful. I was a mess. It just makes you think that sometimes humans can do more damage than any monster can. And, you know, it's definitely a lot to think about, and this book was in my head for weeks after I finished it, and it's such an amazing book, and you guys should definitely pick it up. Now, this next book, I actually saw the movie first back in 2008. I believe I was a junior in high school, and I didn't read the book until this year, and that is Speak by Laurie Halse Anderson. I remember when I went to school the day after I watched this movie. Every day at school, I would pass by these kids who were either sitting by themselves or they would never talk to anybody. And, I never paid them any attention. I remember walking by them that day and thinking, it's rare, but, maybe something like that happened to them. I don't want to get too preachy, but it was one of those things where you don't know what people go through. Everybody's so different. Everybody has different situations. Just because they're a loner doesn't mean they're antisocial. Just because they're happy doesn't mean they're happy. The movie and the book definitely changed the way I looked at people. Okay, that was way too deep. On to the next one. Why? YA or not. I do prefer YA, but I don't close myself from other genres. I do like some middle grade books, and I do like some adult books. A. Are there characters that you honestly believe are real? I was actually thinking about this question last night, and there really wasn't one that I thought was real. Although I really wanted Percy Jackson from the Percy Jackson the Olympian series to be real. But the older movie version, because the book version was 12, and I'm 21, and that would be weird. So the movie version of Percy Jackson, I want to be real. And nobody touches my books, or I don't mind loaning my books out. Let me tell you this story. I let my best friend borrow my copy of The Hunger Games back in February because she wanted to read it before the movie came out. Well, she never read it, and I still haven't gotten it back. I keep asking her, she's like, oh no, you'll get it back, you'll get it back. Still haven't gotten it back. I should have learned this lesson when I had to rebuy so many CDs because I either never got them back or I would get them returned with scratches or broken. People would have returned broken CDs to me. So unless I trust you with my life, I will not let you borrow my books. I am sorry. People keep disrespecting my stuff, so you don't get to borrow my stuff. D. Do you ever smell your books? I do when it pops into my head. I don't smell every book that I get. But if I'm reading a book and then all of a sudden, oh, I wonder if this book smells good, I'll smell it. But it's not one of those things where I have to smell every single book. And not everybody loves books. Is this a positive or a negative? I don't really think it's a negative, but I don't really think it's a positive either. I would be okay with people just liking reading. You don't have to love it. There's so many people out there who don't even give reading a chance, because they've maybe had a bad reading experience in school. It's just so sad. I mean, you don't have to love books as much as we all do, but even if you just liked reading, that'd be so much better than people who hate reading and don't even give reading a chance. I keep my books in the best condition, or maybe not. Which are you? All of the books on my shelf are in pristine condition. There are only 2 books on my bookshelf that are in mediocre condition, and that is my copy of Hex Hall, but that is because I bought it at a used bookstore, so it is not my fault. The second one is a children's book that I apparently stole from my 3rd grade teacher that I found in my garage the other day. So that's a bit dirty and creased. G. Gosh, I have too many books. True or false? I don't have enough books, and I know everybody says that, but I really don't. I have a bookcase that has 5 shelves on it. I only have 2.5 of those shelves filled. I didn't fall in love with reading until around April or May, so I haven't been collecting books as much as you all, which is really sad, but I'm getting there. I'm trying. You know, I want to have millions of bookshelves with millions of books. It'll happen one day. You just wait. H. Have you ever spilled or stained your books before with something? And if so, how? I'll be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if you opened up all my Twilight books and there were greasy fingerprint stains from the times that I would eat chips while reading it. I read those back in 2008 and I didn't really care about reading or books as much, so I didn't really care. Now eating is a huge no-no, but other than my Twilight books, there are no stains. T. Toned or untoned while reading? Or in other words, do you read and work out at the same time? Considering I don't work out, even though I should, the answer is no. Even if I did work out, and I am going to start, I wouldn't read while working out because I don't want to sweat all over my books. It's kind of gross. So yeah, that is the day and night tag. I tag everybody who hasn't done it, who wants to do it. It was very fun. So the second video I wanted to recommend this week was done by PJ over at KickThePJ. It is actually music related. He actually wrote the story called Mirages, which is about being stranded in a desert, and he turned it into a song. And he is a fantastic musician, you guys. Definitely go check him out. Definitely go check the video out. I will link it below. If you like his music, definitely go buy his album. I have it, and it is amazing. It is so good. So if you guys like this video, don't forget to hit the like button. If you want to see more videos, hit the subscribe button. Let me know in the comments below what your answers were to some of these questions, or leave a video response. If you watched PJ's video, definitely let me know what you thought. Alright, and that is, I think, the last video that I will post for this week, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!